This episode may contain explicit language. We're going to each share one thing from this year that feels like a genuine parenting win.
I thought I was a patient person until 2025 came around.
The thing that I really want to work on is not letting my anxieties about things and my little quirks take over.
I have a memory of the fall of 2024. I'm like, okay, today after school, we're going to sit down and we're going to just like do some shoelace drills together. Still haven't done it.
Welcome to Karen Feeding, the show that's as honest and messy as parenting itself. I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. I write the homeschool and family travel blog, Dutch Goose. I'm the mom to Henry, who's 13, Oliver, who's 11, and Teddy, who's 9, and we live in Honolulu, Hawaii.
I'm Zak Rosen. I make another podcast called Weirdly Helpful. I am coming to you from Detroit. I have so many fidget things on my desk, I'm realizing, including this. I am dad to Noah, who's 8, and Ami, who's 5.
Hey, I'm Lucy Lopez. I host another podcast, The Mamacita Rica. I'm mother to Amelia, who's 15, Avery, who's 13. And we live in Miami, Florida, where Christmas weather does not exist.
Well, in this episode, we're ringing in the new year with a year in review.
Oh, wow. We're talking about our favorite triumphs and fails, unpacking what we've learned this year, and so much more.
So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Normally, we come back with a really specific parenting moment from the week, but we want to zoom out. We want to go big picture. We're going to each share one thing from this year that feels like a genuine parenting win, and one thing we didn't quite nail, but want to be more intentional about next year. So, Lucy, why don't you kick us off?
Yes. I think this year what I learned about myself as a parent and about my children is that we are all equally eager to learn more about each other and about this world as a family. And I really have those big moments when we step out of the house, when we step out of our daily routine and we're out in the real world. And the more time I spend with them on these little mini getaways, whether it's with our party of 17 family, I'm learning that my kids crave to be in the real world. And I think that's why 2026 for me is going to be a lot about traveling. My children thrive in that environment. We learned that in 2025, and I want that to be something that we can accomplish next year.
Hell yeah.
I learned that my children have big feelings that either can get, we can talk about those big feelings in one big conversation, or it's just, can you just give me a weighted blanket and squeeze me for the rest of the afternoon? And that has taught me a lot of patience this year. I thought I was a patient person until 2025 came around, and I'm working on it. And every time I work on it more, I can see that my kids notice it too, and they're appreciative of it. I don't think I yelled too much this year.
That's great.
I love that. I think my big parenting win this year, like something we did well, was just figuring out that we can be a family in a variety of places and learning like what we like and what we don't like. And although we very much enjoyed Tokyo, we felt like 5 separate entities kind of all running on different schedules, and that's not something we like. And so then being very intentional with the move about getting us back on track, kind of operating as more of a unit, like with still honoring kind of some of the individual things that we learned about ourselves, but just feeling really good about continuing to do things that scare us, even though I feel like we do a lot, but all of us taking risks, but also coming together as a family in that. The thing that I really want to work on is not letting like my anxieties about things and my little quirks take over. So just noticing that like if we're running late, how I will often make that the whole, like I can quickly let a situation get out of control by kind of rushing everyone, or like, cause I'm anxious about being late, or like I'm anxious about not feeling confident, like having directions where we're going. Like I can make everybody feel that way as opposed to emotionally regulating myself in a way that I expect them to. So just taking more time in those moments to be like, it's human. It's okay that we're late. We're just going to get there when we're going to get there and deal with what happens, because I don't want them to carry that forward. And I've just seen how much, especially traveling with them alone, how much I can spiral a situation and get just really get everyone off track.
Let's be honest, life gets messy, families fight, coworkers overstep, partners do weird stuff in bed. Luckily, Slate's advice columnists have seen it all. Sign up for the free Slate Advice newsletter and get our latest takes on sex, parenting, money, and every moral gray area in between, plus exclusive bonus letters delivered straight to your inbox. Subscribe now at slate.com/advice.
Zach, how about you? How are you closing out your year?
I'm closing out my year, also celebrating what you said. I think, Elizabeth, we learned the same thing, that we can be a very loving, generative unit no matter where we are. But the big thing about, I think, 2025 that wasn't apparent before, because Ami was still, young. At this point, we've gotten good at breaking off from each other when we need to, which we're never specialists in. So there are times now. I talked recently about Noah and I going to roller derby. Shira will take Ami to go see a movie or go see a dinosaur thing. The kids themselves are actually getting better at entertaining each other in ways that they weren't able to before. They were, constantly looking to us so that, Shira and I can be upstairs when they're downstairs. So all the kind of variations and permutations started to kind of cohere in a way that hadn't up until this year. So I'm really grateful for that. And I think it then makes, when the four of us are together, all the more sweet, which is still, the majority of the time when we're all home. So I love that. And then the thing that I need to work on, this is on me. It's going to sound like it's on Noah, but it's on me. She still can't tie her shoes very well. And it's like, I have been meaning to, I swear. So I have a memory of fall in Amsterdam. So that's the fall of 2024. I'm like, okay, today after school, we're going to sit down and we're going to just like do some shoelace drills together. Still haven't done it. And so that's like kicking the can to such a ridiculous degree. I'm not going to call it a fail. I'm going to call it something we're going to work on in 2026.
You can do it before our next episode.
Okay. I need the deadline.
Look up the bunny ears method. Like,
yeah,
we were taught, but where you make the two loops and you do it, like I was taught like not and then around, but there's this like, or the one where you stick it in the grommets of the shoes. Like, I feel like there's so many easier ways.
Noah learned the bunny ears away, and I think she just needs a little more guidance, just a little more practice. Like, she needs to have the patience to practice, but more so I need to have the patience to sit with her and practice. So this year we're going to have really secure ankles because our shoes are going to be tied tight.
I think the shoe tying, this was an issue. Like, I remember each of my kids being like, oh my gosh, they can't tie their shoe. It's because, like you said, when you're getting out the door, I don't have the time for you to do it. Like, I don't have 20 minutes.
Because I'll do it myself. Because we got to go.
Which is really just telling them they can't do it. But
yes, exactly. Before we move on to our poetry segment, we got to get Cheyna in here. Cheyna is our incredible producer. The show would be a freaking mess without Cheyna.
It would
Cheyna, you are a parent.
I am.
You are pregnant.
I'm so pregnant.
We want to hear from you. What are you thinking about from this year?
Oh my God. Honestly, I'm too pregnant right now. I'm like, everything is just like revolves around what hurts, why I'm so hungry and everything else. But I will say, I had a really good win today, or a triumph today. So
tell us all about it.
I got to share this. So, see, and I can't even breathe normal. My daughter takes the bus. So I either drive or walk my daughter to the bus. It's right up the street. Today at the bus stop, there were these families that we've gotten to know a little bit at the bus stop, as you do. And one of them is a young girl. I think she's in 5th grade. And I was talking to her mom, and she's just kind of standing there. And her mom goes to her daughter. She goes, she works in podcasts, pointing at me. And the look on this girl's face, the way she like lit up apparently she's very into podcasts, and she looked at me like I was the coolest person ever. And for
Yes.
someone who has been like unable to wear anything besides like really old Hanukkah garb and sweatpants for the last like 4 months, it was a huge win because I felt so cool. I was like, I have a studio at my house because I work from home. If you ever want me to show you like how things are made and how to do it. She's like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then she started listing YouTube creators that I've never heard of. But I just nodded and was like, yeah, I know. It's just like that. It's just like that.
I let as moms, it's like so easy to get lost in the parent stuff that it's like so nice when someone sees you as something else. And like for it to be a child is even cooler.
I
Right?
know.
Like,
She's
like,
like,
it's so
she thought it
relevant.
was real cool. And I was like, I still got it somewhere in there.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. I love that. That's a good one. That's a big triumph.
It was.
That's great.
It was a good day.
Thanks for sharing that, Cheyna.
Thanks, guys.
As we wrap up the year, we want to hear what your parenting year looked like in retrospect. What was a win you didn't expect? A moment you're still thinking about? A thing you want to do differently next year? Send it to us, KarenFeedingPod@slate.com, or leave us a voicemail at 646-357-9318. If you're a Slate Plus member, you can join us on the playground right now. The segment is live in your podcast feed right next to this show. If you're not a Plus member, as we've said before, we really hope you'll consider joining. The membership program is the #1 way that we keep the show going. In addition to our undying love and gratitude, you're going to get some great perks. You'll get to hear the Plus Playground every week. And of course, this show and all Slate podcasts without ads. We hope you'll consider it.
And that's our show. Wherever and however you're listening, subscribe, leave a rating or review, and tell your friends. If you want more parenting advice, you can find Karen Feeding the column on slate.com. This episode of Karen Feeding is produced by Cheyna Roth. Micah Phillips is our video producer. Mia Lobel is executive director of podcasts for Slate. And Ben Richmond is senior director of podcast operations. For Lucy Lopez and Zak Rosen, I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. Thanks for listening.
If you want more no-nonsense advice about parenting, relationships, money, and everything else life throws your way, sign up for the Slate Advice newsletter. A special thanks to our Slate Plus members. If you haven't already, consider joining. Slate Plus members get unlimited access to all of Slate's journalism and help support our independent reporting.